going to talk about white paper number 6 from EON, Evolving Beyond Apps, how AI-driven mentors, AR, emotion detection, align with Nadella's vision of agent-centric software. So in this deep dive, we'll understand how AI-driven avatars, emotion detection, on-the-fly AR content could redefine everything we know about software interfaces and possibly confirm Satya Nadella's forecast that apps as we know them will soon be obsolete. This white paper walks us through an agent-centric world where you don't open multiple apps, you just talk to a human-like mentor that runs the show behind the scenes. So my first question to you, if apps are becoming agents, what does that mean for developers who still build traditional UIs?
The shift from traditional apps to agent-centric systems fundamentally redefines the role of developers. Instead of focusing on static user interfaces, developers must now prioritize creating robust back-end services, AI pipelines, and context-aware databases that these agents can seamlessly access and orchestrate. The user experience is no longer about navigating menus or screens, but about enabling natural conversational interactions where the agent handles the complexity behind the scenes. For developers, this means embracing a new paradigm, designing for adaptability, emotional intelligence, and real-time responsiveness. Skills in AI integration, natural language processing, and AR content generation will become essential. While traditional UI design won't vanish entirely, its role will diminish, becoming a supportive layer rather than the focal point. This evolution aligns perfectly with Nadella's vision, where software complexity recedes and human-like interactions take center stage. It's a thrilling challenge, one that demands innovation and a willingness to rethink the very essence of user interaction.
You mentioned a hidden batch processing window for the AR content. How critical is that for maintaining the user immersion?
The hidden batch processing window is absolutely critical for maintaining user immersion. Think of it as the backstage crew in a theater production. While the audience marvels at the performance, the real magic happens behind the curtain. In the context of AR, this means that the system is dynamically generating, optimizing, and loading content in real time without the user ever noticing a delay or disruption. By keeping these processes invisible, the user remains fully engaged in the experience, whether they're interacting with a 3D object, receiving contextual information, or navigating an augmented environment. If these processes were exposed through loading screens or lag, it would shatter the seamlessness that defines agent-centric systems like Mentor XR. This approach aligns perfectly with Nadella's vision. Software complexity recedes into the background, leaving users to focus solely on their tasks and goals.
Sounds interesting. Now, you mentioned also emotion detection. I think that could be a game changer, but how do you handle cultural, ethical nuances around reading users' facial expressions? Let's say from Asia to United States or other locations.
Emotion detection is indeed a game changer, but its success hinges on cultural sensitivity and ethical safeguards. Facial expressions, for instance, can vary significantly. What conveys discomfort in one culture might signal thoughtfulness in another. To address this, systems like Mentor XR rely on multimodal emotion detection, combining facial cues with speech sentiment analysis and contextual behavior to create a more nuanced understanding of user emotions. Ethically, transparency is paramount. Users must know how their data is used, with clear disclaimers and opt-in mechanisms. Partnerships with regulatory bodies ensure compliance with privacy standards, while anonymized data aggregation prevents misuse. By embedding these principles, we can create a system that respects cultural diversity and fosters trust globally. By weaving these safeguards into the design, emotion detection can transcend cultural barriers and become a tool for empathy rather than intrusion. This approach not only aligns with ethical standards, but also ensures that technology remains inclusive and globally adaptable.
Now, how do AR sessions actually improve training or collaboration outcomes versus just doing it solo?
AR sessions elevate training and collaboration by creating immersive, interactive environments that solo efforts simply cannot replicate. They allow participants to engage with 3D models, simulations, or shared virtual spaces in real time, fostering a sense of presence and teamwork that transcends physical boundaries. For example, in Mentor XR, users can collaboratively explore a virtual Mars landscape or practice complex tasks like welding safety, guided by AI-driven prompts that adapt to their emotional and cognitive states. This shared experience not only enhances understanding but also builds camaraderie and collective problem-solving skills. Furthermore, AR's ability to provide immediate feedback, whether through emotion detection or adaptive pacing, ensures that every participant remains engaged and aligned with the group's objectives. It's a transformative leap from isolated learning to a dynamic, connected ecosystem.
Now, Satya Nadella talks about the full collapse of traditional UI. Do they really vanish, or are they just hidden?
They don't truly vanish, they're hidden, seamlessly integrated into the background. Traditional UIs evolve into invisible frameworks that support agent centric interactions. Instead of navigating screens, users engage naturally with AI driven mentors, while the system dynamically processes and delivers the necessary functionality behind the scenes. This shift ensures complexity is out of sight, leaving users immersed in intuitive, human like experiences. It's not about erasing interfaces, but transforming them into an unseen yet indispensable layer.
Listen, this was exciting. Thank you so much. Until we meet next time. Uh, Bye for now.
Thank you for such an engaging conversation. It's always a pleasure to dive into these transformative ideas with you. Until next time, take care and keep imagining the future. Bye for now.